Okay, that was funny.
I'm so glad we have Bruce, or we'd never go live.
Yeah. And Kellen was like, do we do a countdown or what?
It's been a week.
Yeah, it was made me hard to be there, but it was funny. Hey, y'all. Thanks
Hello, friends. Welcome to Candidly Speaking with Chelle and Kelle. I'm Kelle.
I'm Chelle.
And we are so happy you're here today.
We are tickled to death that you are here. We are going to have an amazing show. We have Theresa Silcox with us tonight, and we've been talking, and I mean, for a long time, and we were like, okay, we probably need to stop, and this needs to be part of the show because our conversation was wonderful.
I think Bruce actually said, shut up, you guys.
Yeah, pretty much. So thanks for watching. If you would be so kind as to put where you're from in the comments and let us know that you're watching. If you're watching the replay, do the same thing. If you could add hashtag replay in. Most people watch it, watch the replay. So we're just tickled anytime you can watch it and share it with your friends. And also go to our YouTube channel and subscribe there to us. We've got all kinds of great stuff there already. And also go to our Facebook page and you can like us. You'll always know when we're on. So
we're also on Instagram. I keep forgetting about Instagram.
I don't think I knew that.
Well, it used to be my real estate account, and I just changed it.
We've just taken over.
We got a bunch of contractors following us, but that's okay.
Well, that's okay.
Yeah.
They need moisturizer too. So.
Yes, they do. Okay. So we have two sponsors today. We are so humbled and honored to be produced by the amazing Bruce Himmelblau of Blue Sky Pretty-O. Bruce Himmelblau. That's right. Video Productions. He is a live stream producer. He makes us look like we know what we're doing. And he's also a YouTube strategist. So we can help you build your numbers and help your social media platforms grow. And then the other sponsor is Cards That Wow, and that's me. And next week, I'm so excited. We have a guest, Pamela Aubrey, and we are doing a collaboration together, and we are launching it here first live next week. I'm so excited.
Do not miss it, people. You heard it.
I know.
Here, next Wednesday, 7 Eastern.
No, this is normal.
Hey, Christopher Rouse, how are you?
We were just talking about you, Christopher.
Yes, we were. Yes. Mm-hmm. What happens backstage at Chelle and Kelle stays backstage at Chelle.
Backstage. Okay. Because it would make you blush.
It would make you blush, Christopher. It would. But anyway, we are glad that you're here.
So, okay, I just have a quick hair story for you. We were all talking about hair and stuff like that. And so last week, my mom's like, I'm sitting at the table doing some paperwork for her. And she walks up behind me and she's going like this with my hair. And she goes, when's the last time you had it colored? And I'm like, I don't know. It's a pandemic. It's not big priority. And so she goes, it looks really bad from back here.
Then come around to the front, Mom. Come around to the front.
You don't think I know that? But anyway, that's my hair story. Good, I don't have enough insecurities. Now I have to worry about anyone that's walking behind me.
Okay. Well, let's not keep our guest waiting any longer. You all, she is just a love. I was telling her before the show that this is the first time I've ever actually met her, but I feel like I know her. We're involved in a lot of the same groups and things on Facebook. So we are just tickled to death to have her. She is, there's a lot here. She is the Senior Vice President and Director of Strategic Alliances for Kellen Financial Institute. She is an Executive Director for Rodan and Fields. We're going to talk a little bit about that. She is just a wonderful lady. She is in Winterville, Georgia. Y'all, let's welcome Theresa Silcox.
I never get tired of that music.
I don't either. Theresa, were you doing the little dance with us? We always do that.
I was having a tap shoe flashback.
Yeah. Remind you of being 7.
Yes,
yeah.
I love that music. I love that. Well, we are so glad you're here, Theresa. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for the invitation. I love you guys. I feel like I have known you forever, and I hate to miss any of your broadcasts. So
We
thanks
know
for
you're
having me.
such a good supporter of the show, and we just appreciate that so much. And we knew that you were just going to fit right in. So
we may add another co-host.
There you go. There you go. Chelle Kelle and Theresa. So, well, so what's up, Theresa? How have you been?
We're in a pandemic, but been doing pretty well. It's almost spring here in Georgia. We've had I know I can't complain because we don't have a lot of snow and ice and things like that, but it's the sun is shining, the flowers are starting to bloom, we're all starting to sneeze, so we either have allergies or COVID.
That's right.
Things are good. Been really, with all that I do, been really busy at Canon. Lots of folks doing training, and then with the Rodan and Fields, we had a huge announcement last night. So lots of great things on the horizon for our customers, and so things are going.
Well, good. I tell you what, I get a kick out of, I always try to get myself a little more familiar with people before they come on the show. And I had, stalked your Facebook page before, but you look like you always have so much fun with everything that you do. Looks like you're a little bit of a Georgia fan, just a little bit.
A little bit.
It was. So did you go to school there, or just a fan?
Actually, I did go to school at Georgia, and kind of a crazy story is I started back right out of high school. It was always my dream to get a degree from the University of Georgia. And after about 3 years, I decided to take 25 years off. So I never finished my undergrad. And I have a really close friend who she got her master's at Georgia, and she was my first token Yankee friend. And she said, for $25, which is what you would spend at happy hour, you could just apply. And I was terrified they wouldn't let me back in because I was in the business school and it's in such high demand now. So I did apply, and I did get back in. And so I started doing like independent study. It was before really online classes were in vogue. And about 2 weeks into my first class, I was diagnosed with breast cancer.
Oh my, Theresa, I'm so sorry. I did not know that. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. No, well, and then I had to put everything's good. It's been 17 and a half years.
Oh my, okay, good for you.
Yeah, so I had to take 6 months off. So I went back to school with all the young folks with no hair, and they were all freaked out. But I graduated in 2008, so it was
awesome.
Yeah, it was a big. Did it for myself, sure. and my mom, who passed away 30 years ago. But yeah, it was for us. So we made it. It was a ride, let me tell you. But I made a lot of great friends and a lot of good connections. So
that's a great story.
And I have to ask you, what really made you, because I know there are people who are watching this who are probably in the same situation, because sometimes life gets in the way. You start school, you think, I'm going to take off a semester, I'm going to take off 2 semesters, and then that kind of just snowballs. What finally pushed you? Now is the time to do it.
I woke up one day, and I was 42 at the time when I went back to school, and I had talked about it. It had always been a dream. And I had this epiphany. I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to be 50 years old with no college degree, and I'm not going to have any options. Now, the funny thing is that I still have the same job I had, but just the way you can interact with people and the understanding, the financial services industry, the people that we work with are C-suite executives, training managers, from Goldman Sachs to Bank of the West and Regions Bank and Raymond James and Merrill Lynch and Morgan Stanley. So, you have to kind of have your stuff together. And it just made a big difference in my confidence. But I wanted that degree so badly. And as it turns out, my niece, who is 15 years younger than me, she went back to college at the same time. And she got an accounting degree, and she helped me not fail statistics. But she graduated. Yeah, she graduated about a year after I did, because she decided to have a baby in the meantime. But so we go to football games together. She works for the university, and so she's my tailgate buddy. And so it's a wild time in Athens, Georgia, when the pandemic has not hit.
That's a great story.
It is. I'm so proud of you for doing that.
Yay.
Again, you did it. You didn't just say one of these days. You actually did it. So good for you.
Thank
Maybe
you.
somebody listening will be encouraged by that, because you can do it. And when you're talking about, I'm going to be however old when I get out. Well, Lord willing, you're going to be that old anyway. And you can, have that degree, or say, I could have had it by now.
Well, and one of the things too is I was going through cancer treatment, but it was like I could just compartmentalize it. It's I could see going back to school at the end of that tunnel. So I think if I hadn't had one or the other, it would have been easy to quit on either.
Yeah. When I was in college, my freshman year, there were 2 rooms for 2 people, and then in the center there was a private room. And usually the seniors and the juniors got the private rooms. And our roommate, in that cube, she was 72 years old.
Oh wow!
Getting her degree, and she was an inspiration. I mean, first you think, oh my gosh, and she lived in the dorms, which is, she said she was widowed, and she thought, well, I'm gonna have my college experience, and she was an amazing lady. Oh my God, we had so much fun with her. But it's never too late, right?
It isn't, and the funny part about it, it was so much easier because you could communicate. You didn't have to, at Georgia, everything's up and down on hills, and you had to ride a bus to go have a conversation. And it was really interesting. And I learned that if you could get the same professor over and over, you had a much better time. But I was lucky to get connected to the marketing department. And I didn't get a marketing degree because I would have had to have taken more math and calculus, and I said no thank you, but I still interact with that marketing team. That at Georgia, they do a national sales competition as part of the Pi Sigma Epsilon fraternity, business fraternity. So I have been back to campus as a buyer and a judge, and these kids prepare a case. They come in and do a 20-minute face-to-face presentation to sell a product. And it's so much fun. I still have met all these kids, and now they're out in the real world with jobs, and I still keep in touch with them. So that's a lot of fun.
It sounds like a lot of fun. Well, thank you for doing that too.
Yeah.
You're so welcome.
Kind of giving back to the community. You're a really nice lady, Teresa.
Oh,
we knew that
well,
because we don't have mean people on our show.
We don't.
Oh.
No meanies.
I've noticed that.
Yeah, we really
So
don't.
I know that you have a coach, and he is totally in love with you. I mean, he loves you. But what made you decide that you wanted a coach?
That's a really good question. And I guess during the pandemic, everything slowed down a lot. And so I was never a person who would watch or would listen to a lot of podcasts or watch, things on Facebook or listen to talk radio. That just wasn't me. And so I got to be part of the 959 Jed and Jeffrey Gitomer crew.
Mm-hmm.
And I had seen Jeffrey. We at one point owned a window coverings business, which did not pan out very well. But one of the best things about it was the convention where Jeffrey spoke. And so I've always followed him. And so I just thinking about all those conversations and getting, deeper dive into connecting to people that were part of that group. And somehow I ran across Christopher. And something about it was just, the no excuse. Stop making excuses. And I signed up for one of his free consultations. And after I signed up, immediately canceled it because I was scared to death. Because I know I need to do a lot of things differently, but I wasn't going to own up to it. And so I did reconnect and go ahead and have it. And we just clicked. And I've never, unfortunately, have not had a lot of great mentors. I had my 6th grade French teacher, which sounds kind of crazy. She and I were great friends. We sold real estate together back in the 80s when you couldn't put people in the trunk of your car and get them to qualify for a mortgage.
Yeah.
And so she was always my encourager. And I lost her quite a few years ago. And it just kind of, I needed someone. I mean, my husband's great. He always supports me, but I kind of needed someone to just say, cut through the BS. This is ridiculous. You can do this. You can do whatever you want to do. And, it just, I don't know. It was just, it was a leap of faith for me because I'm just not that spontaneous. So, but I'm becoming more so, aren't I, Christopher?
Well, you're here, right?
Yeah.
See, and there he is.
That 9:59, I call it the ding that changed my life. And I think it brought Michelle and I together.
Oh yeah, that's how we met.
Yeah, and it's huge. I mean, the whole Jeffrey Gitomer, I think it's almost been a year.
Yeah, it has. And I joined the Insiders Club. Did that, and I have not done all the training like I should have, but that's on my goal list. I want to go through and do that, the 6-figure with sales formula.
Yes, that one is amazing.
I did finally finish that one. Yeah,
I've
game changer.
Twice.
But yeah, that's one of the things that I want to do. I've got a couple of other things that are taking my time right now, so that's a bad excuse, but you just have to, I think when the pandemic hit, we were about to go on vacation. We hadn't been on vacation in forever. And so we have season tickets to UGA baseball. And my husband's cousin plays baseball for the University of Florida. And so we were going down to visit his family, and we had everything all situated. We travel with our dog. She's a 3-legged 10-year-old shepherd, so she doesn't stay home. And so we had Rover come into the hotel. We had everything worked out. And then the day before we were supposed to leave, everything hit. So I think we all kind of went in a huge tailspin at that point. But, I just, in working at home, just had time to, take a breath. And even though I think I work more hours now than I did before, but it was just something that I needed to make a change with me. And so I figured that was the best way to try to start, because I needed somebody to hold me accountable.
Well, Christopher Rausch is an accountable kind of guy.
Yeah, he is.
I love him.
You should have seen the conversation before this started.
I know. He should have. I said he'd blush.
Yeah, probably.
I think I'm blushing.
I was talking about what he was telling me about. He was talking about my attitude.
Well, he seems like a wonderful, wonderful guy, a wonderful coach. I have never had a coach. And again, there may be some folks out there watching who are considering it. So what do you think? Is it worth the money for that?
It's absolutely worth the money. And, you go back to thinking, I don't necessarily need a coach, but Tiger Woods has a coach. These folks that are these athletes, these amazing, people that you see on video, and athletes, and just in all walks of life. And interestingly, one of the trainers that worked for our firm for a long time, I thought she would never need a coach, but she had a coach. And so it's an investment in yourself. And it's one of the best things that that I've done, just to kind of do some accountability, and just take some inventory on the way you think about things, your attitude, this just seeing things in a different light. So it's almost just like peeling back the onion and figuring out why you take so many things personally. I mean, I've always been a person that I got to have approval from everybody. I got to have it's and I think that's the woman in me, I guess. But I just had to have everything perfect, and things falling down around your ears, and you're still trying to be a perfectionist for one thing. So it's brought me a lot of joy, and just kind of trying to get my act together. Thinking about what you're grateful for, thinking about setting your day up for success. I am now a slave to my Apple Watch rings, so trying to get exercise incorporated back into my world, and it's it's making a big difference for me, because my life can be really stressful. I work for a firm, that where most of the folks were financial advisors and bankers. So we got a whole bunch of type A personalities.
Ooh.
And it can be a lot of stress. And we went from an environment where we put people on airplanes and you didn't hear from them unless they couldn't find their books or their flight wasn't going to fly, and to taking a one-day training session and turning it into 3 to 4 video ILTs, so in instructor-led training sessions, which now I'm a part of every one. So it went from, and they've become accustomed to that. So if their video goes out, their audio goes out, they can't find their PowerPoint, whatever, they've got somebody there to help them. So it has increased folks like me in our company, our workload exponentially.
Hmm.
If you want the success, you need to do what others aren't willing to do.
Amen to that.
Well, that's right. That's right. But kind of going back to what you said a minute ago about just this desire to be perfect with everything that you do. I totally relate to that, Theresa. And I know you said maybe it's being a woman. I think so. I think part of it may be being a woman born in the Southern US. I don't know. We're sometimes raised a little differently, and I think thank God for the way I was raised. But I think sometimes really think that everything has to be just so, and we have to be happy all the time. So
I think that's a woman thing. I mean, I'm not I'm not a Southern belle like you guys, but
whatever do you
I'm
mean?
a surfer girl, but I don't surf. But no, I was harder on myself than anybody because I had these expectations. Oh, look at our Tim Lord.
We love Tim Lord. Theresa, do you know Tim Lord?
I do not. Hi, Tim. It's nice to meet you.
Yes, you need to meet Tim Lord. He is one of the good guys. Let me tell you.
He is.
One of the good
guys. I tell you, I think I had sent you guys a message. One of the things that I've tried to focus on are the pandemic silver linings.
Mm-hmm.
And that's, you guys are at the top of the list. Christopher, the 959, just the relationships that I've been able to build and over time. And, that's really important to me. And in my Canon world, there are clients that I have worked with for 20 years that I've never seen. And now with Zoom and WebEx, you're able to actually see everyone and meet everyone. So it's been kind of crazy. And we have a lot of people who work remotely up in the Northeast and in the Midwest, and we never get to see those folks. So now sometimes they don't want to be seen, but it's really been an interesting transition into that. But I think that I'm going to have friends all over the country that I never would have met otherwise. And
all over the world.
All over the world, right?
Right. Now I've got all my friends in Great Britain, and it's just the coolest thing. I don't know if are you involved with Michael Heppel with Team 17?
I know who he is. I've seen him I'm not involved with that. So.
Oh, I love him. And there's like Michael Hubbard and Fiona.
Mike Hubbard, yeah.
Yeah, I've got new, I know that if we go there, we have a place to stay.
That's right. Yeah, right. Mike Hubbard is in our little subgroups that we have.
You stole him from me.
Yeah. Oh, I love my Mike Hubbard. Everybody in the group. Really, I was asking the other day. I was like, how long do we get to stay together? How long until we have to regroup? Because I like where I am. But
although I do have Georgie in my group.
Oh, see, there you go. There you go.
So there's a lot. There's my silver lining.
There's your silver lining. But yeah, I totally agree, Theresa. I do my job better than I did before. I think I do my relationships better than I did before. I think I just do Michelle better, and I know that just some horrendous things, obviously, have come from the pandemic. But yes, silver lining, you could either, I guess, lay around the house all day watching As the World Turns. As the World Turns doesn't come on anymore, does it?
I know.
Everybody's on General Hospital now.
Is that the only one that's on now?
I think so, because all my
Young and the Restless is still on, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah,
I never watched those. I was an As the World Turns guiding light girl with a splash of Bold and Beautiful.
I like
Days of Our Lives.
Hospital.
Did you see? Isn't that funny? Yeah.
We all Days of Our Lives
that we But anyway, I digress. Or you could decide to
We
make.
all digress.
We all
Constantly.
did. We all did. But anyway, so yeah, this is actually a result of our being home for however long that was.
Yeah.
So,
Mm-hmm.
And
I'm still home a lot.
are you? Yeah. Now I'm back in the office. A lot lately, a whole lot. But
I'm out of my closet.
thankful to be there. Thankful to be there. So.
Yeah, our office is actually going to be moving in the next few months, so that's going to be interesting. It's like, oh, where's my office?
Yeah. So, but you do work from home the majority of the time, or?
I do.
Yeah.
I do. We have it's a small firm that I work for, and they've been trying to keep people, a skeleton crew. But one of my close workmates, she has a 2-year-old, and she moved into a new house and didn't have great internet service, so she wants to work at the office. And I said, if you want to work at the office, I am happy to work from home.
Mm-hmm.
So I go in on occasion, but I went in last week, and everyone's like, oh, where have you been? I'm like, well, you see me on Zoom like 8 hours a day every day, so I can tell you where I've been.
I'm watching as the world turns. Come on.
They think you're in Hawaii or something.
I'm watching Kelly Clarkson and The View.
Man.
Okay, check out this.
Held up.
What Christopher just wrote. My son is named after Jackson from Jackson Montgomery from that show.
Wow.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Now that's just something else.
That's something I never knew about Christopher.
Things you didn't know about Christopher Ralph. Yeah. On Chelle Kelle. Well, let's talk. I want to talk about Rodan and Fields a little bit.
Yes.
All right.
Let's talk about that.
All right. What you want to know?
Well, there's probably somebody watching who says, "What's Rodan and Fields?"
What the heck is it?
So
Rodan and Fields is a skincare company, $1 billion, number one premium skincare company in the United States. And the way I got involved is I had terrible skin. After I had chemotherapy 17 years ago, I could never get my skin in good shape. I mean, I can show you pictures and they're so horrible, but I had spent money at the dermatologist and been on antibiotics and, all kinds of, you go to the pharmacy and they're like, that'll be $253 for this sulfur wash. And I'm like, no, I don't think so. So I had a friend that I had known for a while, and she, kept reaching out to me, and it is a direct sales company. So, I've done those before and I know the drill, and I just, would ignore her. And I can't deal with this. But I started having a really bad breakout. I was going through a lot of stress. And so I said, what the heck? It's cheaper than going to the dermatologist. Mm-hmm. And when they say life-changing skincare, absolutely life-changing. So many people that are dealing with adult acne or really sensitive skin, age spots, dark spots, sun damage. We've got something for pretty much everyone. And Dr. Rodan, Dr. Fields, they are out in California in the San Francisco area. In fact, one of my old bosses has been a client of theirs for years. And so he sent me a message. He doesn't work with our firm any longer. He's like, Katie Rodan is a really great friend of mine. She lives like right down the street. And I'm like, I knew you made too much money in the banking industry. But so she's like, it's just great products. And the funny part about it is there's a 60-day money back guarantee on anything you buy. And I mean, it's empty bottle. So if you use the whole thing, you're like, I want my money back, you can get your money back. But the results, they're absolutely amazing. And the core of the business are the regimens. They developed it with a multi-med therapy. So every step works for a reason in that sequence. And every regimen has a sunscreen. We've got Enhancements. Lash Boost is one of the number one sellers, and it is amazing. It really grows your lashes. Brow Defining Boost. I didn't know brows were a thing. One of my best friends has struggled with her brows for years. She tried it one time and she was like, astonishing. I want it. So it really has made a difference in my life. And one of the things that I didn't expect to get from it was a community of women who are kind and encouraging and would just go out of their way to do anything for you. And they're all about your success. And it's amazing from the people who are, RFX leaders. They drive a Mercedes. They have so many people in their organization, to the folks who just are in it to get their skincare free every month. And it turned out for me, with the business that we're in, you're doing live training in a pandemic. It's not, it takes you a little while to kind of bounce back to figuring out how everything was to go. And I was a commission salesperson, so I needed to shore up some money. My husband's a massage therapist. He couldn't work during the pandemic because everything was shut down, and it became just a really great avenue for me to make a little extra money to get my skincare paid for. And when I decided to go all in, things have kind of changed over the past year, but you could buy a kit. So I had to get the big kit so I could get everything and try everything. Now, if you're a stay-at-home mom, or you're just looking for, a side hustle that really works, for $75, you can start your own business. And then you get, a 30% off coupon to build your VIP box of the things that you want to try and be a product of the product. And it's just simply, it's really amazing how much it has impacted my life, not just my skin, but, I have cousins, my niece, all of my friends that purchase from me, and they're just like, we're customers for life. It has made such an amazing difference. They send me pictures, and they're non-believers in the beginning, as we all were when we started with the product, but it's all based on science, and you have to trust that science. And some of the people that are getting in the business have never even tried the products, but with the results, with the statistics, with the formulations, it's not something that you can't trust in. So that's one of the reasons I got involved.
That's neat.
It is.
Yeah. And so the funny thing too is, because the dermatologists know that all of the consultants aren't skincare experts, they created a solution tool. And so you can go into, it takes just a couple of minutes. You tell them all your skincare concerns, and in there, it will suggest the right regimen for you to use, plus any additional products that might enhance the results of your regimen. So, and some people just buy Lash Boost. We have Microdermabrasion Paste. We have the best eye cream on the market. I have a consultant in our organization. She was about to have surgery for hooded eyelids, and she started using the multifunction eye cream. Never had to have surgery.
Really? Because I tell you what, I'm getting ready to get. I'm not getting ready to have surgery for that, but I am. Y'all don't laugh. Christopher Roush, don't laugh.
Close your ears, Christopher.
Have you seen that tape? I'm thinking about getting that tape. You know what I'm talking about?
I was just going to use duct tape.
You know what I'm talking about?
Redefine multifunction eye cream.
It's okay, because I don't want tape, because as you can see, I'm a little bit of a fan of eye cosmetics. And I'm thinking, if I got a piece of tape, how's that going to work? I don't know.
I tell you,
I got really hooded eye, really, really bad. And that really has happened. So many things happened when I turned 50, Theresa. It was just like you flipped a switch. I mean, overnight, it's like I went to bed on July 4th.
And you
woke up July 5th.
Horizontal wrinkles.
Yeah. And that's, I think, for a lot of years, I really took care of my skin. I've never had great skin. I even did, like, my sister-in-law owned a spa, and I did 15 years ago, the really expensive stuff. But this has made such a difference. And, every time my niece is funny, she's 40, how old is she? 46. And so she goes, okay, you have a new product. How much is it? Oh my God, you're just killing me here. But that's one of the things, we had to have a new product that has just been announced. It's not even available to customers yet, but it's a dark spot treatment. So for age spots or for sun damage. And so that's going to be a huge, huge change for a lot of people. Just the impact is amazing. One of my customers, she she was at the end of her rope. She's like, I look so old. And so I texted her the other day. I said, how you doing? Hi. She goes, I know I don't look any better, but oh my gosh, I feel so much better. I just can't believe how good this stuff is. So yeah, I mean, it's a lot of people who may or may not like it, but it's, like I said, 60-day money back guarantee, empty bottle. I did that when I was a preferred customer. So, you can buy it retail, but I suggest that you become a preferred customer. It's $19.95 one-time charge, and you get a 10% discount off all of your products that are over an $80 order for life. Free shipping for life.
That's a good deal. That's a good deal.
And then after 30 days, after your first order, you get a free gift that's worth up to, usually $60. Right now it is the Bright Eye Complex, which goes under your eyes.
I needed that today.
It really works.
Were you not bright, Sunshine? You're always bright.
No, I was up until I was at, that Clubhouse Women's Summit.
Yes.
I was a moderator last night until 2 a.m.
You are a Clubhouse queen. You and Justin Benton, I tell you.
Yes,
he's another one. He's another of the pandemic silver linings. I met with his mom last week because my husband has 3 TBIs, and so we're trying to figure out how to, what kind of formulation, what kind of CBD is going to be best for him. And she was amazing. So that's another one.
Yeah,
Justin is a nice man.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he is. He sent me a hat with a 4-leaf clover on it too.
Oh,
yeah.
She did a good job raising her son. He's a nice man.
Yeah,
he's a very nice man. So, okay. So I'm sure, again, there are people watching here like, you know what? I wash my face with lava or whatever.
Dial. Who said dial?
Dial. Clancy.
Clancy. Yes. I don't know if he said he washed his hair with Dial. I don't know what he said about his face.
He had that cream stuff that you can use for
he uses O'Keefe's on everything. Yeah. I mean, he's holding up well.
Your tires.
Yeah. He cracked me up. I love him.
I love him too.
But she was great.
I will tell you that I spend money on, but it's your face. It's what everybody sees.
Well, and you think now everyone just sees this.
That's right.
It's part of your face.
That's
so
right.
you gotta have the lash boost.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta have the brow defining boost. And then when you take your mask off, you've got maskne. So you gotta have the regimen to clear all the junk up on your face.
That's true. Maskne. That's funny.
I love that.
It's a thing.
And let me ask you, does the brow stuff, does it make your eyebrows actually grow? I have probably about 6 eyebrow hairs. That's about all.
Oh, you got to have that. You got to have it.
I don't need that.
Yeah, well, see, I don't need it. I don't need it either. But for years, the customers put lash boost on it because it does make your eyelashes grow. Mm-hmm. It's scientifically proven. The brow defining boost came out last August, so they don't have the data that they can say it makes it grow. But my best friend, the astonishing person, her eyebrows have really, really grown. She has like a scar through the middle of it. She had thyroid issues as a child and still kind of battles some of that stuff. And her eyebrows look amazing.
Wow. So, I have a scar too. It's right there.
I may have to make appointments to get my eyebrows trimmed, not waxed, like a haircut.
I've never in my life heard of that.
I have one that grows really long.
No, I mean, it is so thick. When they cut, there's like hair all over my shirt because it's like, and it's my dad's side. It's his fault because my Uncle Pat was the same way. And
it's good. It's a good problem to have.
Yeah.
Not in a pandemic. Not in a pandemic.
Well,
and the thing about it, that's one of the things back, I guess early on before I signed up to be a consultant, I had gotten really slack and had stopped using my regimen. And so my face had kind of started to blow up again. And I was sitting there looking at myself 8 hours a day on Zoom. And I'm like, dang, you look bad. So it was a very good motivator for me to get back on the train. But I've had cystic acne for a lot of years, and I would have probably 10 to 15 issues at the time. Now I might have one or two, and I have something to treat it.
Yeah.
That's
Wow.
nice.
That
Yeah.
is. And that breakouts is not really something I can remember when I was, 15 years old, saying, I will be so glad when I am, however old, I'd say 20. I thought that was old at the time, and I no longer have to deal with this. But that never truly goes away, especially like once a month, it's never goes away, does it?
Well, and for people who have teenagers that are battling acne, we also have a regimen that's just a 2-step regimen. It's just a wash and a treatment. And I know a lady who she was about to put her son on Accutane, and he started using that, and within a couple of months he cleared up. And then one of my favorite regimens is kind of a mini regimen. They developed it for millennials. It's called Recharge, but the product is great, and the sunscreen has a blue blocker. So one of the steps, so all the screen time that we've got, it's really protecting you from those.
I never even thought about
I didn't even think of that.
Never even thought about
for your
that.
eyes.
Well, for eyes, exactly, but not.
Wow. Chris says that we should not forget about the men's care line.
Well, men have skin issues too, and lots of the results for the guys. Oh my gosh, the eye cream, the regimens, one of the things, the Microdermabrasion Paste is absolutely incredible for dry skin. Like if when you get flakes on your face, using that, and it's like the salt sugar scrub, but then it moisturizes your face. You can use it on your elbows, your feet, any place that you have, that dry. And then you can follow that up with your active hydration body replenish. Sorry. And that was developed because we haven't gotten to my favorite moisturizer yet, but that's
coming, right?
That's coming. But that's just all of everything that we have is, I haven't found anything that I didn't like, including the brow stuff, because I don't need brows, but you see how good my brows look. So.
They are fantastic. You have absolutely nailed them. Oh, look. Okay.
There you
go. Thank you.
I would definitely I would try the lash thing. It looks like I have no lashes. Do you have anything to make my lips look bigger? I have no top lip.
No, I don't have any Botox.
Is that what I need? Ugh.
I have a good friend who's a model, and she has to plump hers up.
I tell you what, have you seen that thing? I haven't seen it in a while, but you know how you get the ads on Facebook? It was this device that you put on your mouth, and there was like a bulb on the end of it, and you pumped up the bulb, and it basically sucked your mouth into it so that you looked like you had a duckbill thing going on. And supposedly, if you continue to do that, regularly for X amount of weeks or whatever, then you'll that way. It was just the awfulest looking thing I've ever seen. I don't know why anyone would want to stay that way.
No,
how would it be any different if it's stuck on a glass? You know how many are literally
kind of thing.
Glass, right? That's free.
All that stuff burns though. All that lip.
Oh, remember that lip plumper I used on the one?
Yeah. Theresa, she put some on and she was complaining for 2 hours.
Oh yeah, that's
it burned.
It does. It burns, and it feels like, I don't know.
Little things were biting my lips.
It's like little bee stings.
Yes. Oh, that's terrible. I threw it out.
Yeah, I got some as a sample one time, and I found it the other day, and I was like, I wonder why I don't use. Oh, now I know why.
Yeah, it's all coming back. So you all do not do cosmetics, right? Is skincare.
It's skincare. We do have it's like a tinted moisturizer, but it is a dermacosmetic. So it's Radiant Defense, and it comes in 10 different shades. I have used all kind of foundation for forever, all my life, and it's all heavy and cakey. And this is so light. You can build it up if you need it darker, or heavier. I actually put on a little extra tonight because I was trying to look good for you ladies. But the brush that the applicating brush, it's incredible. I'm telling you, it's nuts. And I am the person who will never leave home without makeup on.
Oh yeah, me either.
And my skin looks good enough now to leave home without makeup on.
Wow.
But I still use the Radiant Defense because it has a sunscreen in it. But it is really, really great. And my husband has a cousin. I tried to sell her something. She's like, I just can't afford all that stuff, which is not true. But she's like, I just can't do it. So I got a text the other morning. She goes, okay, that makeup stuff, I want it in the brush, and this is the color I want it in. So for anybody who is looking to try some of the products, we do have samples. We don't have samples of the regimens, but we do have samples of the multifunction eye cream, the Radiant Defense, Microdermabrasion Paste. I'll send you guys some samples. Send me your email, your physical address, and I'll mail it out to you. But anybody that's looking for samples, if you fill out my solution tool, I'll send you some samples. But it's just an amazing business opportunity and an amazing way to make yourself feel great. I mean, who's going to take care of you if you don't take care of you?
Boy, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Well, you're just so enthusiastic about it. And I mean, who wouldn't want to buy this from you, Theresa?
Right?
So, that is right. That is right. Now, is that something Christopher's helping you with as well? All of your business, or is it just the finance?
Christopher is helping me with me primarily, but he is holding me accountable to doing my business reach outs and the things that I'm supposed to do. I'm in the middle of a challenge right now, a business challenge, and I didn't start out on a good foot. So I have, we've gotten a little bit better, in that respect. But yeah, he's holding me accountable for me being me, at the best version of me, doing my exercising, doing my writing and personal development, and just keeping me on track, keeping me out of the rabbit hole.
Well,
the rabbit hole that's my life.
Yeah. I just wish you the best with that, and
Thank you.
just excited to see, where this takes you, and how far this propels you, because I know it's going to. I need to look at doing that as well. Absolutely. I think Kellen may have had a little mishap, did she? Maybe. I think. Kellen? I don't know. Maybe she has a backdrop that sometimes falls down. We said before, if we had a nickel for every time Kellen's Anyvoo had fallen on her, we could go to McDonald's or something. So,
is that an Anyvoo she's got?
I probably shouldn't have said that, but yes.
Wow, it looks like a room. That's why I was trying to find a place in my house that was quiet.
Well, you know what? I'm in my bedroom, and I don't have a place that is. You're supposed to have kind of a, relatively simple background. I've just got so much stuff everywhere. I like stuff.
Yeah.
So,
well, I'm in my husband's office, and I took down one of the acupuncture charts off the wall. So you can see it's kind of scary, but there are muscles all over here, and acupressure.
It looks lovely. It looks lovely. There you
She's
are.
back.
A little Emily mishap. Sorry.
Oh, is she okay?
Yeah, she'll be okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be rude. I'm sorry.
No. Girls got to do what a girl's got to do.
Right.
Yeah, normally she doesn't say like she said, "Mom, I need you," and she never needs me. So but we're all under control.
Yeah. Sometimes it's good to hear that though, because we hear that less and less, as they age.
Did we do moisturizer yet?
We have not.
Waiting on you for moisturizer.
I've been using coconut oil.
I know who the manufacturer is going to be. I'll bet I know. So, Theresa,
okay.
What moisturizer do you use?
My favorite moisturizer is Rodan and Fields Active Hydration Serum.
Okay.
And it is, let's see, can we see this? Yep.
Yeah.
Comes out in a dose every time there. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And so it pulls the moisture out of the air. So you will hydrate 200% more than you would with a different type of moisturizer. It's got the I can't ever say the hyaluronic acid. It's got hyaluronic acid. Thank you. But this stuff, I mean, I have really oily skin. I use this at night before my regimen moisturizer. But this is good. I mean, there was somebody on Instagram the other day that did active hydration serum hacks. Some people use it as if they have really dry hair, use it on their cuticles. And so it's the bomb. It's my favorite thing. And I had mentioned the active hydration body replenish. When you use this, you'll be like, I want this for my whole body. And so they put the lotion together from the same technology.
Wow. Well,
That's my favorite moisturizer.
Okay. And you use that in addition to the moisturizer that's in your regimen. Is that correct?
Yes, okay. Because it does different things.
Okay. Okay. You use that one first?
Yes. So when I do my face at night, I do my well, see, I have all the regimens, so it depends on what kind of issue I'm having. So I take my makeup off, wash my face, and like I said, we just reformulated all the regimens. So now most of them will take your makeup off, but we have makeup remover, wipes and everything. But it's you have to put a little bit on the back of your hand, dab it around. It's the bomb.
Wow.
Should we talk about how dry my skin was?
Oh, Theresa, Kellen, tell her your story.
So my daughter bought those little masks that they're paper, but they're moist and they stick on your face, and you're supposed to leave them on for 10 minutes. Well, my face was so dry, it sucked up all the moisture and it fell off within a minute.
Oh my God. Girl, we gotta get some active hydration serum.
I've been using coconut oil. I think there's a difference. I'm feeling glowy.
Yeah, I've used coconut oil for a long time. And if you ever burn yourself, coconut oil is a miracle worker.
Really?
Oh,
yes.
No, I burn fires all the time in the kitchen.
Yeah, that it'll take the sting out in a little while, and it won't blister. My husband, he grabbed a burning stick in a bonfire. Didn't realize he had burnings into the stick. There could have been some other things involved in that, but he's a massage therapist and he's got very tender hands, and the coconut never blistered.
Really?
It's amazing.
Well, I have heard that it's good for a lot of things, so I've got some.
Although if I fall asleep with it on and I have a pug with me, I get woken up because they're licking my face.
You remember what Clancy said? He said it's because you're putting lard on your face.
Well, it does have the consistency of lard.
It does. Well, I put it on Gus's nose because he has a really dry nose. And
yeah, my dog has a really dry nose, and we use that in bag balm. That's what the vet said to put.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I think the bag balm works a little bit better than the coconut.
Yeah.
It seems to stay on a little bit longer. So.
I have cats. They will not let you touch their nose. So
I have a new kitten.
Oh.
He's not new. We've had him since October. We got him on Halloween.
That's still new.
Yeah. He's something else. Let me just tell you.
They are something else. They are. Is this your first kitty?
Oh no. I had we had a cat that someone rehomed, and she didn't last very long. She was an older cat, but we adopted kitten brothers, and one lived for 14 years and the other lived for 11. Then my husband is the animal. He's Dr. Doolittle. So he went to the shelter. He met an 8-year-old, 26-pound yellow Maine Coon.
Oh my goodness, how beautiful.
And he had been surrendered because his mom was elderly and she had went to go live with her family, and the family didn't like the cat. And now I know why they didn't like the cat. Oh. But he came to live with us, and we named him Gato, and he was something else. And so if you're from the South, he was Gato Mighty. That's a big
I understand.
So, but he lived to be 14. So, and then we had a cat that was going to be our porch kitty, and she knocked on the door and said, "Hey, I'm coming in."
Yeah.
So she lived.
I have one of those too.
Yeah. We lost her back in the summer, and she was my, well, I guess, yeah. And so she was my work from home kitty. She'd sit in my lap and we'd work. And so October, I have a friend who volunteers with one of the shelters, and she found this cat, and she's like, cat has such a great personality. You have to have this cat. And my husband's like, I don't want a cat. And so the cat lives here now.
I think a lot of times men don't like cats. A lot of
He
the time.
loves cats, but the cat is my cat, and so the cat will let him give him treats, but not sit in his lap. So we're working on that.
Yeah, well, your mama, I understand. And I think it's hilarious. Did y'all notice what Bruce apparently thinks you should do with coconut? I don't know if there's coconut oil in there, but
Drink.
coconut cocktails.
It actually looked good.
It did look good. I like that. I love coconut.
Me too. Oh.
I like it. I like it. I love the way it smells. It smells like Florida. I say it smells
Oh,
Yeah, it reminds me of the beach. And
Yeah.
remember Hawaiian tropic
I
suntan?
do.
oh, yeah.
I was like, we never say the beach. We just say Florida. It smells like
Yeah.
Florida.
Now, Michelle, where are you from originally?
I am originally from right where I am right now, which is
2 doors down.
Yeah, really. Yeah. My mom and dad lived 29 houses that way. I'm in Louisville.
Okay, Kentucky?
Yeah.
You're not far away.
Mm.
And I'll be close to you in August, Theresa.
Where are you coming?
I'm moving to Georgia.
Are you really? What part?
She was moving to Louisville, but now she's moving to Georgia.
Well, because I don't know. I can afford a bigger house in Georgia.
Don't you live in California? I bet you.
Coming from California, you can afford, like I said, the Taj Mahal in Louisville. I'm telling you, with what y'all have in.
I don't need the Taj Mahal. I just want to be able to have an acre or something. But I keep forgetting the name of the place. It's
Houston.
It's Hoschton.
Yeah, Houston.
Is that a good place?
Yeah, so you're going to be right outside of Atlanta,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, so you're going to be about 45 minutes from me.
Nice.
Yeah.
So I think I'll still be close to you, Chelle.
I think Atlanta's about 6 hours from here.
Oh, it is?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
But then you got to figure an hour of that is driving across Atlanta. So
Yeah. It's only about 45 minutes.
Well, I made an offer on one house, but it didn't go through. So I'm kind of looking still in those two areas.
Yeah, the Brazelton is right next to it. There's Brazelton, and it's close to Chateau Alon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I like it because it has the 4 seasons.
Yes.
Right? It's not too cold.
Girlfriend, you might have 4 seasons in a week here.
That's okay.
You know, we've got the same thing here.
It was 31 this morning, and it was 76 this afternoon.
I love it. That sounds like here.
Today.
It was like 42 when I was walking the dogs this morning, and then it was in the 60s. And now it's raining.
Yeah, you guys are getting rain in California. I was asking Christopher what's up with that. You know, it never rains in Southern California, they say.
We need it though. We either have floods or droughts. There's no middle. It's one extreme or the other.
I know.
You know, we've had a lot of rain this year. It's just been our yard. We've got about 2 acres, and everything is just squishy when you walk out in the yard.
Yeah. Okay, did we determine, do you wear eyeliner?
Oh, we didn't ask that.
Yeah.
We have not been asking that. Eyeliner, pencil, or
Well, because it was Clancy. You're not going to ask him if he wears eyeliner.
Yes. Pencil
Yes,
or liquid.
pencil, because I can't. I'm afraid of the liquid. I want to do it, but I don't know how to do it.
Well, let me
I
tell
guess
you
you can do a
something.
tutorial.
I was afraid of it too. And this y'all are going to think less of me for the story, okay?
Never.
But I wanted it to, because again, a fan of all cosmetics. But I was having a conversation with a woman who said, "Well, of course I use liquid. It's better." And I thought, I'll be daggone. If she can do liquid, I can do liquid, because I have been putting on eye makeup. Theresa, I would put on eye makeup on the bus in 4th grade on my way to school.
Absolutely.
And off on the way home. Okay. So I thought, if she can master liquid eyeliner, so can I. So you know what? I got it's like a felt tip pen, and it's Kat Von D, and it is fantastic.
I gotta try it.
My daughter won't let me use Kat Von D.
Oh,
She's boycotting. I don't know why. Oops, sorry. I didn't fart. That was my chair.
I'm
I had to
probably
get a new
the
chair.
least Kat Von D person out there. Although my hair tonight, I look very Lita Ford. Do y'all even know who Lita Ford is?
I do.
Yeah.
I have brand new hair today.
Your hair is phenomenal.
Shout out to Grant at Adam and Eve.
He's my hair guy. Fantastic job. But yeah, you get you some of that. I promise you, it's on with a liquid eyeliner.
I'll be ordering some Ulta tomorrow.
Never going back. Never going back.
Do a tutorial for her. Just go on a Zoom and do a tutorial.
You should do. Well, because when you first do it, you're like it's really jaggedy looking, and then all of a sudden one day, just goes on. And I wear
the fake eyelash stuff, that magnet stuff I put on.
Yeah.
Like the first time I put it on, it was pretty forgiving, but I mean, it was not a straight line. But you guys hardly could tell.
It's like until you get past being nervous with it. I mean, it's just eyeliner. But like I said, I wear about 3 times more than I should. So
I think you look fan-freaking-tastic.
Me too.
It's because my
you gotta get you some lash boost, Kellen.
I need it. It doesn't. I have like tons of mascara on. You can't even tell. It looks like I have no eyelashes.
It is amazing.
But
I mean, I've never had long eyelashes, but they are. I mean, I know you can't really see how long they are right now, but yeah, I have. There's a girl that I know, lady, that she's actually a client of mine, and the lady who sponsored me is she's her customer, and she took a picture of her eyes to use for social media. Unbelievable. My niece is having to cut her eyelashes because they're so long they are on her sunglasses.
Wow.
And even if you wear eyelashes, you wear extensions or whatever, this nourishes the root in the follicle, but yeah.
What is a root, isn't it? Kind of.
Yeah, I guess it is.
Yeah, I would love to have
boost, Bruce. Little lash boost.
I wonder if my lady will charge me more to trim my eyebrows and my lashes.
I'm not talking to you if you have to get all that. Ridiculous. That's gonna make me about half mad. Wow.
All right. Well, live my life. Life.
I'm just my little.
Well, I tell you what, there is no lack of thick hair on this event.
We have enough hair for our whole mastermind.
That is the truth. There it is.
There's the lash view.
Okay. All right. And you
just put it at the base, right?
Yeah.
Kind of like eyeliner, right?
Yeah, it just a really thin line. Don't use too much. Mm-hmm. And before you know it, you'll have eyelashes.
Wow.
It'd be funny if it drips on my cheek and then a week later I've got hair growing right here.
Yeah, you don't want it to drip on your cheek because it will grow hair.
You will not. It'll be funny. You won't like that. You will not like that. I have sat here bugging my nail off.
Oh.
Well, Theresa, is there anything that you would like to leave us with? Any parting thoughts?
Parting thoughts. Well, this has been absolutely incredible. I have to tell you, I was texting with Christopher earlier and I was scared to death. Absolutely scared to death. But I think I was watching the big launch last night, and one of the things that they said is feel the fear and do it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So I think as we go through the pandemic and in an effort to be the best you can be, we only limit ourselves. And if you believe in yourself, you can be unstoppable.
That's right. That's right.
I agree.
Well, let me tell you, you have done a fabulous job. It's just like we're sitting around the kitchen table. It really is.
Yes, it is.
I mean, if you could have told me this, this time last year that we would be Georgia, Kentucky, California, sitting around the kitchen table, because that's essentially what we're doing. Who would have even believed you?
Yeah, no, I wouldn't have believed it.
Yeah,
I know. It's like I said, it's a pandemic silver lining, and I am so honored that you guys invited me after having Clancy last week and all of his impactful author and books, and I was like, what in the world am I going to talk about?
Oh, people underestimate their awesomeness and their wow. I mean, you are the epitome of our guest, of what we want on our show. So you are amazing.
Thank you so much.
That's right. So thank you everybody for watching. Hit Theresa up. She had she's got her email address, and she said if you filled out the solution tool, she'd send you some samples. So take advantage of that.
Yeah.
I'm going to. She's gonna have to do something.
I need help. I need help.
We're going to help you.
Okay, thank you.
You're in good hands.
Too bad you can't do anything with my hair, according to my mom.
Yeah, well, if you move down to Georgia, I might can get you hooked up with my guy. But
Okay.
She knows a guy.
Oh God. I couldn't believe she was, but anyway. So thank you, Blue Sky Video Productions, and our most awesome producer, Bruce. Thank you for Cards That Wow, our sponsors. And next week we have, like I said earlier, I'm having a launch of a new product with a collaboration that I'm doing with Pamela Aubrey. So I can't wait.
Fun.
Okay, we can't wait either. We'll both be here.
I know I remember I surprised you with that. I didn't even tell you I was doing that.
That's right. And Theresa is always a faithful watcher. So
yes,
we can't wait till next week.
Thank you so much,
Teresa. This was fun. This was so much fun.
Thank you, ladies.
Yes,
we love
absolutely.
you too.
Everybody, everybody
right.
have a wonderful week, and we'll see you next Wednesday.
Everybody have a great night.
Yeah. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye-bye.